Hi guys.
Hello.
Hey guys, welcome back to wattbawithmoyo. What a time to be alive with Moyo. On today's episode, our guest is OBICIAGA. He's a fashion designer, a DJ, and also an event planner. Today, we're going to get to know so much about him. I hope you guys stay tuned and you guys like the video. Bye.
Money, huddle, gotta, cutter, lot of orders, dollars, quarters, wrist, water, rich, porter, on wanna, come on, hunter, hey, hummer.
How are you?
I'm cooling. How about you?
I'm fine. So, how's your day been like today?
Man, I can't believe she's been quite stressful.
Okay.
Like, I woke up by like 5 a.m. today.
Okay.
I went to the airport, then I came back. And I've just been like moving around since. That's why I came late today.
It's fine. Okay, so what's a normal day in like Obina or Bisiaga's life?
um, like more time, like the mornings are usually the same. Like I have routines. Like at first I wake up, then I just like stretch. I do some like lights workout type shit, just like push-ups here and there. Then I pray. Like I always pray every morning still. Then I just like read my Bible. Then I shower, eat. Like it's the same process every morning. Then from
Like your
there,
routine.
yeah, it's like routine. Like more time, like I just need to. If my mornings are bad, then like the rest of my day is bad. So it's like I need to get my mornings like in check. So I just do that. Then after I shower, I usually just do whatever that comes to mind.
Okay, that makes sense. So I know your name is Obina, and then you also go by Obisiaga.
Yeah.
So like, how did the name Obisiaga come about? Is it like Obina and Balenciaga?
Yeah, basically, like you figured it out still. It's like no
Period.
at first, like some niggas. Oh, can I swear?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. So some niggas like that know me, they'll think it's cap, but like when I was in like secondary school at first, like before Balenciaga was like popping the way it is right now, like more time a lot of people didn't really fuck with Balenciaga like that. So like when I was like telling guys like yeah, Balenciaga is such a sick brand, like niggas were dissing me and stuff. Like I always say, well, I was like it's sick and I like the name and the syllables as well. I think it goes. So I just like put the first part of my name there. I had my Instagram name before was like it was Ubina, but instead of two N's, it was like two X's. So niggas were now used to like fuck with me and say Ubixa. I was like, nah. This can't run. So
That kind of hurted me though, cause it's like, why would you think that?
I just like changed my Instagram name. Then from there, like it started catching
So,
on.
like, do you prefer people calling you Obina or Bisiaga?
Like most people that call me Ubina straight up, like people that I relate with, do you feel? But most of my guys, like my actual guys from secondary school, before I started DJing or whatever, actually call me like just Siaga. So because it's short, do you feel? So if you're not going to call me Ubina, like I prefer for you to call me Siaga before Ubi Siaga
Like
actually.
when you came up with the name, was it okay? I'm going to use it for a long time or just a short period?
Now, more time, like for the first 2 weeks, I was like, nah, this name no dey
Because
make
they were
sense.
dissing you.
Like they were dissing me, and me too. I was like, I'm not too sure about this. Like more time, like when you do something new, like you have to just convince yourself that it's cool before other people, before other people actually now like catch on with this.
Okay, so now I'm moving to personal questions, like so people will get to know a little bit about Obina.
Cast me, man.
Okay, so where do you school and what do you study?
I school in University of Surrey. It's in England. I study computer science. Actually, information technology, but man, it's the same thing basically.
Okay, so besides DJing, designing, and planning events, what other hobbies do you have?
I like playing FIFA, man. I used to dirty these kids.
Yeah, so you're really good at FIFA.
Me, I know I am shy, but some guys will say, this guy is, it's fun. I play FIFA, like, I just like chilling and like having conversations, like talking, like knowing people's points of view type thing. Like, I want to know, like, why you think this way, or like, what makes you type thing.
So what would you say is your definition of a good life?
Fun. I feel like a good life is peace of mind, man. As far as like you have your a peace with yourself and like what you're doing.
Do you have any pet peeves? Maybe 3.
Fun. Okay, like I think my first one, I don't like when people think they know too much. Like,
Yeah.
okay, guy, because you know one thing, you now think nobody else can tell you anything or tell you otherwise. Like, fam, calm down and like learn.
Chill.
You guys, like, just calm down. I think my second pet peeve is like people that like just being inconsiderate. I think my third one is like when people chew with their mouth open, guy. Like,
Yeah, that's
I actually hate it, man, because I can't think about anything else except for the fact that you just chill with your
So
mouth
are you
open.
single?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your opinion on relationships right now? You know everyone is saying breakfast, everyone will chop breakfast. So like what's your opinion? Like what do you think about relationships right now? Where do you stand?
Man, I have like conflicted opinions on relationships because it's like I'm just like, oh, cool. Like, if you know you don't love somebody, obviously, like, if you know that you don't want to be with this person for the rest of your life, then like,
Let them go.
yeah, like, what's really the point? But at the same time, it's from a different point of view where it's like, I like don't deep it too much type thing. Like, if you like somebody and you feel like you guys will be good together, then like, why not? Like, you don't have to be like, guys, like, yeah, I'm setting, this is my wife. Like, you can just vibe and see where it goes. I'm not saying like niggas should be cheating or some shit.
Why do you think niggas cheat?
Good question, but black men don't cheat though. So.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
I don't understand.
Like really,
Nah, but if
you were to
me, I
give
feel
me
like
two reasons why you think guys cheat. Because it's a
now, if I'm being honest here, like there's actually no valid reason. Do you feel like on a real thing, like niggas just cheat because they want to cheat?
girls
Do you
cheat
feel?
too, actually.
Yeah, babes cheat as well. I feel like if you cheat, like more time, like if you cheat on somebody, like you never really. That's just my opinion, sha. Like
Yeah, you never really
love
liked
that
them.
person.
You
To be
never
fair,
really
'cause
loved them,
if you love
honestly.
somebody, like you won't want to get that person.
Yeah,
You get.
actually.
So that's just my point of view, sha.
Okay, so what? Give me three attractions in a girl that you would be, that'll get you.
Um, fam, I like babes that like have good fashion sense. Obviously, like I'm not saying you have to wear Gucci and Prada. Like as far as you look good, like your own vibe. Obviously, I like babes that fan. Definitely, like I have to be attracted to you. Like
Yeah.
I'll see you, I'm like, nah, this baby's lame.
So what would you say your turn-offs are though? 3 turn-offs.
In girls, man. Well, babes are a bit too loud. Like you guys, like just
Most
chill.
guys say that they don't like
I don't
girls
really
that are
like
too
girls
loud,
that are
and
too
also
loud.
girls that hang out with their friends. Most
Now, like,
guys say that.
if you hang out with my friends, I'm kind of like, as far as you know, like my niggas know, and you make it clear, like you're my bitch.
Boundaries also.
Like, I like my babes to be like sophisticated. You get just relax. Babes that too entitled. You get, because I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, but what makes you think you're that entitled?
If you were in a relationship right now, let's just say you were in a relationship, what's like a deal breaker for you that you'll be like, okay, I'm done with this relationship, I'm not going back?
Fun. And once you start entertaining my niggas, like, I'm going, like, why can't everybody yarn you the same way I'm yarning you? There was a difference. We're just fucking. I'm just like, I could just be going your way.
But can you like date a girl that has done stuff to your friends?
That was techie sharp because it depends. Like, there are some babes. Like, if I really like you deeply like that, I'm like, I don't care about who you dated or who you don't. I'm just like, okay, I feel you. You get, and for the fact it's my guy, I won't really care. You get.
Okay, so let's start with EVLWRLD as a brand. Like, what's the inspiration behind it?
Just like I've always been into fashion from like an early age. Like, let me not say really into fashion, but I always like cared how I looked. And like one thing I understood from when I was young was like the proportion of clothes, like how you to wear your clothes and stuff like that. So I feel like how I looked was always part of like my whole lifestyle and everything. But as I started getting older, I just started getting into more fashion, like high-end fashion, like knowing the brands. Like at first, everything was just like, when I go to England, it's like H&M and Primark. You feel me? Like the fast fashion stuff you see in the mall. But as I started getting older, like the people around me, like some of my niggas were on fashion, like since. So it's like I was just seeing their clothes. I'm like, oh, this is sick. Like, where'd you get this from? So I'll just get into high fashion. Then from high fashion, transition to like streetwear. Then obviously like EVLWRLD, Supreme, Palace, like seeing all those brands and like getting older, I just understood that okay, because at first I thought high fashion was like such a long process. Like you have to go to school and learn how to sew, but the streetwear is like you can literally just have an idea and like put it on your teeth, and from there it starts growing. So when I saw like all these brands and like it was just getting more part of like the pop culture and everything, I was like, oh god, this is sick. I want to do this as well.
So that was like your inspiration.
Yeah. Then like when I was like 14, my brother was schooling in England. So like for my birthday, like he knew I was fucking with like Palace and everything. So he bought like my first ever like Supreme tee. When I got the tee, I was like, nah, I have to do this shit too. Like I have to make my own tee because so my inspiration was always just like seeing other brands.
So like at what age did you realize this is what I want to do? Like I really have a passion for this.
When I was like 14, like there's one of my guys, like I was with him in secondary school, like his name is Nathan still. So like me and Nathan, like we had it, like we just used to just sketch stuff and like we just used to play around and like okay, we'll have a brand, like we had a brand called Nocini or some shit. Like it was a mixture of Nathan, Boofinati, and like we just put the chini at the end, so it sounded like some Italia, like Buscemi, Versace type. So I was just like, cool. I was just playing with it, yeah. Then we actually started designing shoes, like, and it was sick. Like we had ideas like for shoes, and one of my niggas in secondary school, he now knew how to draw, so he just used to draw the ideas out. And like I was like, yeah, this is sick, but obviously like we were just young and we didn't really take it seriously.
That deep
Yeah, but from the time like people around actually saw the shoes, I was like, yeah, this is mad though, and I was like, for sure, like I'm going to do this then.
Okay, but like at that time, did you have any fashion icon you looked up to?
Flacco, obviously, like A$AP Rocky for sure. Kanye West, Defo.
How did your parents react to you having this passion? Or people around you, your parents, your friends, you know?
Yeah, it's
everyone
actually
around
mad because like at first my mom wasn't really into it. Like even right now, like she's into it, but it takes convincing. She gets like one thing I close is like you can't just expect people to understand what you're doing. Like you actually need to convince people. So it's like my brother had a brand, like he had a brand where he used to make like handcrafted like accessories and stuff with like beads and ivory and things. So it was sick. So my mom like saw him on side. She always tell like, "Guy, this is your stuff. It's not really going anywhere," type thing. But like my brother, like he doesn't do it anymore. You get the brand is discontinued because obviously he has other things that he's focusing on. But even me, so it's like my mom was telling me the same thing, like, why don't you like focus your time on something more like onto like my first job, like I was in London, like I dropped it. This was after I had my surgery, so I dropped it here, and like I had a box filled with like teas. It was not like my apartment. My parents were with me. My mom was just looking at the box like every day, like this box is just here. Like 2 days later, a guy like she just saw the box empty. She was like, bro, like what happened to the clothes? I was like, fam, I sold all of them type shit. She was like, cool. I came back here like to AVJ. Then I did my first pop-up. I forgot, I think it was like February or something. Yeah, so like after that I did the pop-up, then like it was on a Saturday, the next day was like Sunday. So like I was not about to give my tithes now. Like my mom now saw like my tithes envelope. She now just saw the thing was thick. She's like, like what's happening? I told her, like that pop-up yesterday, this is like the piece. So she was like, okay, fair enough. Like this guy's actually like making money from this sale. It's crazy. Like before sales from Eva, like I had a brand like that I already printed tees on called Ivanti. Like I was young by then, so I just printed it. The tees were shit, man. But people were still vibe because it was like, okay, these guys trying.
Like, the idea for EVLWRLD, like when at what stage of your life did it come that you were like, okay, I'm going to start this brand, I'm going to name it this. What stage of your life?
I was in like SS3, that was like 2018 or something. Like I was just in the library with like one of my shorties at the time. I was just like chilling with her, like she knows. So like I was just with her, like, cause we used to talk about like bare stuff, like deep convos and stuff. So it's just like we're talking about something, then like the name just came up because I was really telling her like how, like, she already knew how I wanted to start a brand and everything. So I was just like, fam, I think I'm going to name the brand like Serious from Evil. I think that's a cool name. She was just like, cool, like she thinks it's cool as well. So, fam, from that moment I was just like writing it all over the school, like Man, Premier Academy, I'm sorry. Like, just vandalizing bare stuff, like writing it everywhere.
Okay, so can you give me like two challenges you faced while starting Evil World, like at the start of Evil World?
The first challenge is money. I'm still overcoming that challenge, like because like you wouldn't know how much you actually spent bringing a idea to life until you start, and you realize almost too late. So I can't stop now. When you're making clothes, you have to make samples at first. So like when I started, I was making like a lot of samples. I can spend like £100 on a sample, and it will now be nonsense. So I'll not use that sample, but the money has gone, and I had to make another one. So it was just peace. That's the first one, and I feel like the second one is it's like bringing your idea, like bringing your philosophy to life, like what you actually want to represent, because it's so easy for you to just make a graphic and print it on a tee, but like you actually need to communicate your idea with people and let them understand, and there's so many things involved, like photo shoots, aesthetics, and like so many things involved. So yeah.
Okay, but like, can you give me a really like an experience that's made you very, very happy during this journey?
Oh, where Obi on my team, man? Rival.
Yeah, I was about to
losing it,
say
guy.
that. That was so cool.
I was losing it, man, because like
Yeah,
that was
that
just
was
the
so
first
cool.
drop. So I was just in my yard, like I was literally in my essay just buying suya, guy. Like I was on Instagram live, bro. Somebody was like, "Guy, Obi is wearing your tea." I was like, "Fam," like I saw the first one. I was like, "Nah, like these guys just fucking me." Then somebody else said this guy. I just went to his page and saw him when details. Like this
And he
is
was
sick.
coming out from
From
like
his
this
PJ
page.
guy, how
Yeah,
about?
it was
No, it's
so
not easy,
cool.
guy. I was like, nah, that's sick though, cause
But like, how'd that make you feel though?
yeah, it encouraged me, man. Like once I saw him wearing the tee, like I went to my house and I was showing my mom, like, guy, Davido is wearing my shirts. Like you saw me wearing these shirts yesterday, and now Davido is wearing this. Like, I was just there on my laptop. I started like designing the next collection because I was telling my guy, like, bro, it's obviously like you can give Davido a shirt and just be on some fan love
Wear it
vibes,
to
but
just be
for
there.
him to wear it and actually
Yeah,
wear it properly, that means
like-
it's a hard tee.
Yeah,
Fam,
it was
I didn't even know. I
And
didn't.
he looked so
He looks fly in the shirts. You get what I'm saying? Like even on New Year's Day, like fam, remember wore my tea and I didn't even know how it got to him. She gets it's crazy
so
though.
fly.
Yeah, it's actually sick. So
Okay,
I think that was the
but
song.
like, what would you say makes Evil World as a brand different from other brands?
My
Makes it stand out.
obviously like the designs though, I think that's the first thing, like the kind of graphics and the designs are actually print on the tees and my clothes in general. And I feel another thing is like the message behind the brand, because like there are a lot of MC brands, like okay cool, I have a brand, I'm printing tees, but they don't really have anything else to offer, anything to say. But I feel like a lot of people that like fuck with the brand, they like resonates with the message and like the whole vibe and exactly and like everything that just surrounds it.
Now we're going to your whole DJing journey, like
Yeah,
you're a
that's
DJ
cool.
as well. So what's the story behind that? Like, have you always been interested in that from a young age, or just
Yeah, like from a young age, I've always like loved music, man. I still do. I feel like the love of music is like the first thing that actually drove me to start DJing. And like I always had all these tendencies and stuff, but I feel like lockdown actually like brought those things to
lockdown
life.
did a
It
lot,
did a lot for a lot of
a
people.
lot.
It did a lot for a lot of people. So I feel like lockdown just brought that stuff to life, because I was just sitting in my yard, like I was like, "God, what am I doing with my life, bro?" So this like obviously love for music. There's this DJ competition, whatever they do, called Goldilocks or something. I've forgotten the name though. So I was just seeing on Instagram. I was like, "God, this is sick," because you see young niggas like 16, 17, and they're mixing crazy songs, bro. And I was like, that's why I found out about like TDR. Then I was not like just looking at TDR's mixes. I was like, "Hey, this guy's sick. Like, bro, me, I want to do this shit." Then I just downloaded the software. I was not just mixing with my laptop. Fam, I was so shit before. Like it was rubbish.
Yeah,
Like
I can imagine.
anybody,
You kept on.
yeah, like it's a growth, like it's a process. You get me? So it's like, fam, I was so shit. Like guy, if I was in foundation, I'll be mixing for my guys in foundation. Guy, will be this to me like, guy, this is trash. But like I just kept doing it. Then when I got a hang of it, like once I got the hang of it, like from there it was just like going, because it's just like DJing is creativity as well. Do you feel like you have to actually know what songs to play next?
Okay, so what would you say is the best and worst thing about being a DJ?
That's a good question. Like the best thing is the shorties, man. Like when I'm mixing and babes are dancing, like yeah.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
it's sick.
Yeah.
It's sick because I'm like, I'm making these babes move their body. Like it's actually mad. Like I'll do something and you see the way like people react to what I'm doing, and it's mad. But the bad thing is, bro, I can't enjoy. Like I can't just chill at a party. Like
Yeah, you're always like,
yeah, bro. Even like parties where okay, somebody can pay me to DJ for like an hour, and I'll DJ for the hour, and I'll be on my ones enjoying the party. They'll come and start telling me, "Oh, guy, Obina, the sound is not working." I'm like, bro, why are you telling me that? Like, I'm just the DJ, and my time has even gone. But obviously, I'm not a dickhead, so I'll just help them.
it's always hard sometimes to know what people want to hear. So were you ever like scared of that at first? And how did you handle
Yeah,
that?
at first, like my first party ever, like I was in uni, like in England, and there was a party. So my guy just told me like, because I was playing my mix for guys and everything now. So I was like, that's sick. So my guy just told me, oh, I should come and DJ at the party and everything. I was like, and I'll come, like, and I got my deck, like the actual deck, like literally the day before. So it's not even as if I was like practicing for years. Like I literally just used that night to just understand the beat. So I just went for the party. Fam, I was just doing up, oh yeah, I have this shit. Nah, deep down I was dying. I was like, Jesus Christ, like how am I going to do this? So just like, at first, and the place was packed. There were like 100 people there. Like this living room with like 100 people. Like it was packed, bro.
I think I saw videos.
It was
you posted
sick. It was sick. That's actually like one of my mother's parties still. So it was actually sick. So I was just like, fam, like I was just like telling my niggas like in uni, Chigo and Paul. I was just telling like, guy, man, how am I going to do this thing? And they're like, guy, how about like, guy, play what you've been playing for us since. Like, guy, you've been doing this piece since. I was like, calm. So at first I played the first song, guys were just bumping their heads. Like second one I did it, third. Then like the fourth, niggas will now be looking back like, yo, like this guy is sick. Oh. And then from there I was like, cool, like I've arrested these guys, like okay, let's go. And then from there it was just vibes. After the first party, like I haven't really been anxious.
Have you ever like had any bad performances? One that you really didn't like?
Like yeah, I have though. Like yeah, I have though. So anyway, like so somebody like called me for a pool party, like a birthday party type thing. Like I don't know if it's a birthday, but a pool party basically. It was a private party, and like I just got there, man, and I was looking around. I saw like 30 people, and out of those 30 people, like 25 were niggas. I was like, oh my days. I was just there, I was just DJing, like, and it was just unorganized.
There was no vibe.
Yeah, there was no vibe. So I was just DJing as per DJing. I was not just making bare mistakes because, like, I wasn't really into it. Like, I was just thinking about the party and I was just like, man, this place is dead, though, type thing. And, like, low-key, that's one reason I'm not really encouraged to do, like, private parties because, like, more times you can't really tell the hype of the party. But if it's a paid party, like, you can know if people are actually working with this or not.
Okay, so now going to planning events, like was that also something you always wanted to do, or the whole Boofinati thing just came together and you guys decided, okay, let's do this?
Nah, it just came together to be fair, cause like we've been G's for like a long time, so it's just like we were just in the group, like just talking everything, and we always used to stay together, chill together. So just like fun, like all this lifestyle we're doing, like we might as well make money from this thing. Just like the best we can do is actually like organize and plan parties, like fam, a DJ, all the DJs, like you guys are here, like people actually fuck with us individually. So if 10 people fuck with Alan, 10 people fuck with us, and we'll do a crazy party, man. And we've just been doing it ever since.
So what would you say is your motivation right now, and what makes you happy?
My motivation is right now is my mom, though. Like I want to be able to cater to whatever she wants, whenever she wants.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
So how do you?
I'm 2020 in a month still. So yeah.
So how do you handle all that at age 19?
It's just I feel like my different things I do and like my different interests like revolve around each other, and I like making them revolve around each other because like it's actually easier to manage. So it's like I know how to use Photoshop, so it's like I use Photoshop to design the flyers I do for my events. I use Photoshop to design the tees I make for my brand. I DJ, so I still DJ at the events that I do. So it's just like everything goes like together. So it's quite a seamless transition into Savor some evil to Boofinati, from Boofinati to like DJ. It's like a seamless transition, to be fair.
But like, does it get stressful?
It does, bro. It does. Like there's sometimes like at different times you have to like prioritize some things over the other. So it's like you just have to know what to prioritize at like what time, and it's stressful, but you just have to understand that okay, like yeah, I'm trying to make it out because if I don't push, then I'm just going to be where I am like forever. Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to your younger self?
I'm telling you, guy, money comes and goes, bro. And when it comes, hold it tight because, like, like, bro, getting money is not the issue. It's actually keeping it. Do you feel? So I just tell my younger self to always remember like money comes and goes, and like when it comes, guy, hold it up. Let it not go. When it comes, let it not go, bro.
Okay, so what impact would you say being a designer, being a DJ, and also being an event planner had on you and your life, like so far? Your 19 years on this earth.
I feel like it just like gives an avenue for you to express yourself better, and like people start like respecting your opinion more. You get like a year ago, like if I said something, sometimes like they'll question like, let's say, but now it's like I see someone like, okay, yeah, like see, I guess it is cool, yeah.
So if you could shout out to 3 people right now, who would you shout out?
Oh shit, yo, shout out Chigo, obviously, shout out Paul as well, and shout out all my Boofinati niggas. It's a collective, so I don't feel shout out one person. Shout out all my Boofinati niggas.
What's the future looking like for OBICIAGA and for EVLWRLD as well?
Like I actually never know. Like I don't really like to think about the future per se, but obviously there are things I want to achieve. Like obviously I'm trying to go like just go global.
Okay, so you guys, we've come to the end of the interview with OBICIAGA. I had a really good time and it was really nice. So you guys should follow OBICIAGA on Instagram.
Follow my brand,
EVLWRLD.
Still. I can't lie, don't follow me, man. I want to go ghost it.
Follow his brand.
So
it's really mad. It's
on
good.
Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye.